parents. Parents, the Gospels do speak to you. And so today we're taking a look at the second Sunday of Easter, Divine Mercy Sunday. And in that we hear from the Gospels the story of doubting Thomas. And we all recognize the story of doubting Thomas. Jesus, the risen Jesus, appears to all his disciples and Thomas misses it. He just plain misses it. But when he shows up afterwards, the disciples are very enthusiastic, very energetic, and they tell him all about it. And Thomas says, I just don't know about this. I'm not so sure about this. So Thomas makes a bold proclamation. Listen, I'll believe it when I see Jesus and I put my fingers into his hands and I put my hand into his side. Because that's how I remember what happened with Jesus. And in the Gospels, we understand that Jesus does appear and he goes to Thomas and he asks Thomas to do exactly that. And from that moment on, Thomas has always been known as Doubting Thomas. But I think another way to take a look at Thomas is that he was more a little bit like, prove it, Thomas. Prove it to me. Prove it to me that what you said did happen. So there you go. You got prove it, Thomas. And I was thinking about what does that mean for me as a parent? And then I started watching the witness of two young people. So my stepdaughter and her husband, they gave birth to a child on Holy Week Monday. And immediately upon giving birth, that child was moved from one hospital to another hospital because she needed surgery. My grandchild, Ramona Joy, went into a 5-hour surgery less than 24 hours after she was born. And since that time, she's been in the NICU, continuing to recover from the surgery, continuing to heal, and continuing to try to address all the many challenges in her young life that she's had. And so there she is, laying in a bed, and she's got tubes in her and patches on her, monitoring all sorts of stuff, and she can't be touched a lot. Most importantly to the mom, she can't be held. She can't be snuggled. She can't be cuddled. She can't be fed the way a mom imagined herself for 9 months doing. How do you prove love to that newborn baby? And we all were a little bit curious about that. We got a training almost right away from the NICU nurses who told us about a NICU hug. And in a NICU hug, you basically take one hand and very, very gently take that one hand and put it on or around the head of the baby. And then you take your other hand and you very gently take your other hand and put that on or around the feet of the baby. And in doing so, you're giving a NICU hug where you're embracing the child and expressing your love. You prove your love. You communicate your love. You share your love with a newborn baby with a NICU hug. God bless it. Just yesterday, the mom got a chance to hold her baby. After 9-10 days, she's been able to start holding her baby. And it's a beautiful thing. I've been thinking about how does that affect us later on as parents, throughout our lives. I think our young people are asking us, no matter whether they're in their younger years or their teenage years or even in their young adult years, I think they're asking us to prove our love on a wide variety of occasions. We, of course, find it easy sometimes to prove our love and our excitement and our joy when they excel, when they succeed. But we need to also prove our love, prove our care when they fail. We find it easy to prove our love when they're engaging and energetic and with us and being fun. But they can be rough sometimes and nasty and ornery and grumpy and all sorts of other stuff. And we still need to prove our love at that same time. We need to prove our love because we're communicating not only our love, but God's love. And that's an unconditional love. And it doesn't make a difference how they are. We just need to prove our love. How is it this day that you're going to be able to prove how you love, how you care to all your young children, to all your older children. How can we prove love? That's the challenge that we find out today in the word for parents. At the end of each one of these words, I'm just going to share a dad joke of the week. So, dad jokes are the worst, and we just want to continue to prosper and share a wide variety of dad jokes. So, here comes one. Why were 4 and 5 and 6 afraid of 7? Well, of course they were very afraid, 4, 5, and 6, because 7, 8, 9.